Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Makar Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule impeccably well. Shalom to the hopeful elect, pushing His truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe in the sincere hopes of being delivered in these last days. This is the brother Yakanan from the GMS England branch. This will serve as an in-transit edition video. Lord willing, it be edifying unto you brothers out there and few sisters listening and also learning. Now, inspiration for this video is drawn from, if you will, the sudden catapult of this truth, of this ministry in the mainstream media. And I've been watching a lot of videos online, podcasts, so on and so forth, with, particular members of the small hat community and, those that, claim to be, members of the Hebrew Israelite community. They've been doing podcasts and, posing questions on, the true definition of, this anti, term, that's been constantly, focused on in the media, so on and so forth. And of course you have, the situation with Kyrie Irving, Kanye West, so on and so forth. So pretty much for the last nearly 2 months, or I'd say a month and a half, this ministry, this truth, or rather fragments of this truth and this ministry, I'll say it like that, have been the main focus in the media, the mainstream media, for, a long time now, okay? And, it doesn't seem like it's going to stop anytime soon, all right? And that's a beautiful thing, because this truth, is getting out. As the scriptures say, you can do nothing against the truth but for the truth, all right? And that's basically what's happening, okay? This truth is being constantly pushed in your face, all right? And you have a lot of Jake waking up, a lot of Jake, reading up about, the Hebrew Israelites, finding out that them too, are Hebrew Israelites. You have a lot of Jake, asking more questions. You have a lot of Jake finding out that for the longest time, they've been lied to, all right? They've been lied to by Esau Edom. They've been lied to by their pastor, at their church, at their congregation. And, they're coming to the realization that, Christianity is bullshit, all right? So all of these events that you see transpiring, in the mainstream media, all right, it's all for a necessary cause, all right? And again, you can do nothing against the truth but for the truth. And we all know that everything is controlled, by the will of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Yahawashi. So this is the Lord's movie, all right? Now, the title that came to mind for this video is, the dividing line, because ultimately that is what is being set. A dividing line is being set, okay? Now, again, I've seen, a mass influx of individuals online that are now, professing to be Hebrew Israelites. And, no doubt some of them people are sincere, but you're also going to have people that are just, following, the craze, for lack of a better term, and riding the wave of what's happening right now. But one thing you got to understand is that very soon, it's not going to be cool, all right, to profess to be a Hebrew Israelite, all right? Not that, it's cool now, all right? Because this ain't a joke to us, this is not, a phase to us, this is actually our life. This is something that we've been living, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahawashi since the Lord called us into this ministry, all right? We take this deadly serious, okay? But you're gonna have individuals that, you know, think this is a joke or don't really know the severity of what it means to actually call yourself a Hebrew Israelite, you know, in these latter days, man. You got to understand that by you calling yourself a Hebrew Israelite, you're directly cutting the small hats, okay? And you're saying a lot, because what you're basically saying is that, you know, you are, you know, the people of the book, all right? The people of the Holy Bible, you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. And by default, by saying that, you're saying that there's also imposters. And those imposters happen to be the small hats, man. And it tells you in Psalm 73, all right, that they're not in trouble as other men, all right? And that's evident, okay? They are not in trouble as other men, okay? The prophecies written of in Deuteronomy 28, verse 15 on down, you know, concerning the curses that would befall upon the Israelites, they do not fit the small hats, okay? Because they are in the height of society, all right? And that's why the scriptures say the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. They control the earth, okay? They are the ones making the decisions. They are the ones that own the media and the news industries, that own the entertainment industries, okay? They own all of these things. So how could they possibly be, you know, the children of Yahweh Shem Yahushai in these latter days if they're not suffering the persecutions that are written of in the curses in Deuteronomy, man? Okay, how could they possibly be, all right, the true children of Israel? It doesn't make any sense. And people are starting to question this more and more, okay? And it's a beautiful thing. Now, the dividing line comes in because when that tribulation comes, all right, when Jacob's trouble comes, all right, when all of these, you know, very drastic times, you know, of judgment and tribulation manifest himself upon the earth, people are going to be tested, and there's going to be a dividing line drawn to test who is really about this truth, who is really sincerely trusting in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and who is, you know, who was just riding the wave, okay? Because the Lord is not dealing with anyone that's not taking this ministry serious, okay? That's not taking this truth serious. That's not willing, you know, to ultimately, as it tells us in the Romans 12, to give your life as a living sacrifice unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which is your reasonable service, man. Okay? The Lord ain't dealing with no one that's not in that mind state. All right? The Lord is dealing with serious individuals, all right, that truly know what this ministry is really about, man. Okay? Now remember, in the time of Antiochus, all right, when he was putting hell upon our people, it wasn't cool to be an Israelite, okay? In fact, identifying as an Israelite, you know, keeping to your customs and your culture, these are things that would have got you killed. And that same vibration, all right, that same climate, all right, is being prepared by the powers that be, by Esau Edom in these latter days, man, because it's actually, you know, it's something that is deemed, you know, dangerous and offensive, you know, when we call ourselves the Israelites of the Bible, man. All right? This saying, you know, that one phrase, you know, that one sentence, it encapsulates a lot. All right? It encapsulates a lot, man. All right? Like I said, you're now saying that you are the true children of Israel, and by default, you're saying that they are not, you know, the true children of Israel. They are not, you know, the Jews of the Bible, all right, the Israelites of the Bible, man. You know, it's the Jews, you know, that's making reference to, you know, predominantly Judah, you know, Benjamin and Levi, okay, the southern kingdom. Okay, so then you know, the question, you know, it has to be posed, you know, they claim to be, you know, the Jews, but who's the rest of the tribes, man? Okay, where's the rest of the tribes? Nothing adds up, man. And these questions are being posed, all right? And we're in a time of information right now, you know, as it tells us in Daniel's 12, you know, that many people shall run to and fro and knowledge shall be increased. Roughly paraphrasing. So we're in the time of information. We're in the time where you can quickly, you know, just fact check, you know, information online on Google. Okay? You can Google these things. You can Google the term, you know, Shem and get a definition. All right? You can read, you know, Bible dictionaries online. Okay? There's a whole host of information that's available out there for people to read up on and actually find out, you know, what's really going on in this world, man. And the reason why, you know, these things are happening is because we're in the time of the end. All right? We're in the time of the exposure of Esau Edom, all right, being the so-called white man. And all of these lies are now being put to rest, okay? Because he's about to go down as a nation of people, beginning with their elites, man. So this great exposure is happening for a reason. Like it tells us in Jeremiah 49:10, you know, the Lord said he was going to make Esau bare, and he shall not be able to hide himself, man. Okay? All of these lies, you know, that covering costs that was set over all nations, all right, that is now being destroyed. That is now being taken away, man. You know, the truth is coming to light. You know, the scriptures tell you that the time is going to manifest itself when, you know, this truth, you know, this ministry is going to basically penetrate, you know, the world as the waters penetrate the sea. Very roughly paraphrasing, all right, something along those terms, man. The scriptures also say, you know, that truth shall spring forth out of the earth. Okay? Scriptures also say in Deuteronomy, we put it out of the camp, you know, yesterday, you know, that the doctrine of the Lord shall drop as the rain, you know, roughly paraphrasing, man. You know, you can look all of these precepts up. Okay? But we're in that time. We're in that time where this truth, you know, that we've been preaching, all right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, is now manifesting itself, growing and penetrating all walks of life, man. Okay, you can't escape it. You know, you turn on the TV, you turn on the news, you're gonna hear about this truth, and it's gonna intensify, man. And then in the same breath as it intensifying, it's also gonna get to the point when the tribulation and the demonization is going to intensify too. And that's where that dividing line, all right, is going to really start to be more apparent, man. All right, you're going to see how fast, you know, a large abundance of you Israelites are going to disassociate yourself with being Israelites, man, because you're not going to enjoy or want to experience the tribulation that comes with it. And that's why you have a lot of these celebrities, they ain't coming out. And they ain't backing Kanye West, and they're not backing, you know, Kyrie Irving, man. All right, because they want to keep their position in this world. Okay, just like you had, you know, the wicked scribes and Pharisees, they wanted to keep their position in Rome. Okay, they wanted to keep that position, man. Okay, they didn't want Yahushua, you know, to actually be who he was, man. All right, being the, you know, the only begotten son, you know, of Yahweh. You know, they didn't want to accept that. Okay, but that was all by design. All right, that was all prophecy that had to happen. But that was the mind state of them wicked scribes and Pharisees, man. Okay? They didn't want to give up that seat. They didn't want to give up that position that they had, okay, in that society, man. The scriptures tell you how they you know, they enjoyed, you know, the salutations in the marketplace, so on and so forth, man. You know, getting held up, okay? That pride, okay? They didn't want to take, you know, a low seat, man. They wanted to remain in a position of being looked at and, you know, basically, you know, being hypocrites, man. Okay? And that's the same mind state, you know, that the wicked of our people have today, man. You know, they have that same wicked mind state. They want to have a portion of Esau's world, man. All right? They got that corruptible crown. All right, but we're laboring through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai for that incorruptible crown, man. All right, so with that, I'm gonna cut it off there. Lord willing, you know, this lesson was edifying, you know, to you brothers out there and few sisters listening and learning. And until the next time, I'll say shalom.